Welcome to Talking Trade with Candy. I am your host, Candy Banda, and today I have the absolute pleasure and privilege for this session, our second episode, with Apostle Munatsi Sande. Apostle, welcome to today's show.
Wow, I'm excited, Candy, to be here. It's a great privilege.
As you know, the whole idea of Talking Trade with Candy is really a podcast that is aimed to support the small to medium enterprise community.
Yeah.
The whole reason is for us to empower, to build capacity, to share knowledge, to share insights that are practical, that will help our audience, both viewing and listening, to gain practical skills, practical knowledge that they can use to scale in their business, both locally and globally, but with a focus of globally because we are about growing beyond borders.
Wow.
Yes, so thank you so much again for coming. I want to be able to just share with everybody who I have on set today. This is no ordinary man. I'm going to read his bio because I don't want to miss any point of his great accolades and the things that he has done in his life. So Munatsi Sande is an apostle with Greatness Covenant Center, that is GCC. And is also a certified life coach and award-winning leader on leadership and building teams. And he's also an author of Greatness Awaits and a series of books. He's passionate in people development and a chair of Beyond Borders Business Hub. Wow, those are many hats, Apostle. Tell us a little bit about what I just read.
Yeah, as said that if I'm to sum up my life story, I personally believe that there are seeds of greatness in each and every individual. As you have heard that our church is called Greatness Covenant Center. It's coming in from an angle where we believe that one doesn't have to be great to start.
Wow.
But they have to start to become great.
Wow.
So when you're talking about the podcast about SMEs, what excites me about that is because our mission, even as a ministry, is to say, reach them, raise them, release them for global impact.
Wow.
It doesn't matter where you start, but you must always have the big mind to end it globally.
That's amazing. There's a meeting of minds definitely here, and it looks like we're singing from the same hymn book, as it were. So thank you so much for that. I picked a lot of things. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great.
Definitely.
So I loved that. I'm actually going to keep that. I think just to start it off would be important for us to start from the genesis of this vision. Let's start from the very beginning. What was the personal journey and the vision that led you to create Beyond Borders Business Hub? What gap did you see in the Mbare community that you operate from in the larger Zimbabwean location and geographic location? What really pushed you? What need did you want to feel?
Being born and bred in that community of Mbare, there are things that I've observed that to me, that raised a lot of questions and concerns to me. When people talk and refer about a place of poverty, they talk about Mbare.
Yes.
But what confuses me is this. There is no community in Zimbabwe where money is traded daily like that community.
That's true.
Millions of dollars are traded every day in the same community.
Wow.
Yet you are told that it's the poorest community. So it means that there are people who are coming into that community and they are trading and they are making money. So the question is, what is it? What are those borders?
Yes.
Are they mindset? Are they background borders? Are they, what is it that is causing the people of that community to allow money to fly on top of their heads and not partake and also become great?
That's good. Money flying on top of their heads, literally, because like you said, money is transacted, and this is where like Mbare Musika that we know. I hear as early as 2 a.m. trucks are there, people are transacting in the millions.
2 a.m., 1 a.m. People don't sleep there. Trucks are transacting. Yet most of the people are sleeping. So something somewhere is wrong.
Absolutely.
No one is coming to save the people. But until we arise and say, what can we do? What role can I play to equip the people? Being a pastor in that community is realize it's one thing to feed people spiritually, but people are not just spiritual.
Wow.
They have other aspects and other needs that needs to be addressed. So that's where the burden or the vision was birthed from.
That is amazing. Something that I just picked, the borders that are not limited to physical or geographical borders that we would talk about here on this podcast. We normally would look at borders in terms of trade because we talk international trade, so we're talking physical borders. But I like the aspect that you brought in, obviously being a man of faith, that there are also emotional borders, there are psychological borders, spiritual borders that people need to overcome. And some of our small to medium enterprises that are listening in may be concentrating on the physical, geographical borders. But it's good to have you on the show like this because you bring light to other borders, that limitations or those things that we need to cross over for us to get to the other side.
Mental borders are more dangerous than external borders.
Wow.
Because external borders, you need maybe sometimes external people to take you out. But internal borders, you have to be responsible.
Right.
When you look at many people, I always say they are stuck in their own prison.
Yes.
It could be a prison of guilt, a prison of shame, or a prison of blame.
Wow.
No one will ever know that you're dealing with that. The reason why people commit suicide, it's not always because of external issues, but it's internal borders, things that they are dealing with or things that they are struggling with internally.
Wow. So there you have it, our small to medium enterprises. Before we look at crossing the border and moving our wonderful products out into the world, have we dealt with the internal borders that Apostle has just shared? And just going forward with this conversation, because it's very interesting, the hub is powered by Greatness Covenant Center. So Beyond Borders Business Hub is looking at equipping the community and beyond, but it's being powered by Greatness Covenant Center, which is the church. Can you share how the center's spiritual mission and the hub's economic mission connect? How does the guiding principle of head, heart, and hands, or faith, engage and translate into a business coaching? How do those things connect?
Definitely. It's also trying to deal with the border, which can be the border of church.
Yeah.
That is more dangerous also, where we are keeping people in the walls of the church.
Yes.
But why the church is breaking that, this is why it's Greatness Covenant Center, not even church.
Yes.
We are believing that we are part of the body of Christ. Yes. We are just a center. So now as a church, we cannot just raise people who are great on Sundays, but what can we do to go beyond the church?
Right.
So we are powering it from an angle where it's being empowered from the church, but it's not for only church people.
Yes.
But it's for everybody, interdenominationally, no matter what background you're coming from, whether you're a Christian or you're not a Christian. Because when you talk about trade, when you talk about money, money does not respect religion.
Exactly.
Money does not respect background.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you are saying, at the end of the day, let's move people out. So you brought in the whole issue about the heart, the mind, even in the hands.
Yes.
Many people I've seen when it comes to business, if you get into business just based on your heart, you make emotional decisions. And yet, at the end of the day, as great as you need to be passionately driven in whatever you're going to do based on your heart, you also need to engage your mind.
That's it.
Because your mind, a lot of the decisions that are going to be made in business have to be strategic. It has to be purposeful.
Right.
So you have to engage your mind. As one says that common sense is not common to many people.
Yes.
Other religions, when they are going into their churches, they remove their shoes. But it seems like church people sometimes, when they're going to church, they remove their brains. But yet it shouldn't be that way. Okay. Then when it comes to the hands, the Bible even says, God blesses the work of your hands.
That's it.
You have to work hard at the end of the day. So if you are going to succeed, if you are going to progress, no matter what business you're going to get yourself into, one has to get their hands dirty.
That's it.
We have to get your hands dirty.
That's good. I really enjoyed that. I almost felt like shouting an amen somewhere in the middle there. That's how moved I was. But truly, I think that you hit a lot of strong points that I think religion is a good thing, and particularly Christianity has helped us to be inspired, and so that more speaks to our heart, our spirit. But you are coming in with the angle to say, don't just keep it in the heart, don't just be passionate inwardly, but go and act, go and implement, go and put your hands to work. That's why there's that connection between Greatness Covenant Center and the hub. And making it practical.
And for the hard aspect, one of the things that I think the balance that I also have is never to approach this thing mostly as a pastor alone.
Yes.
Approaching it as a pastor, I tell people they ought to. You ought to be great, you ought to do this, you ought to do this.
Yes.
But approaching it also as a coach
is
the how to.
Yes.
The practical aspect. Most of our teaching, most of our preaching, they lack the practical steps. How do I move from point A to point B? It's one thing to tell me to get out of poverty.
Yes.
But the next thing is, how do I get out of poverty?
Yes. What are the tangible steps?
Exactly.
Where do I begin? And the answers most of the time are within that church, isn't it? But I like where you're going with this. I don't want to digress. Moving on, I think looking back, there's a strong belief or assumption you might have had, you know, when you were starting this thing on this hub and what it would look like. Is that changed? Are there aspects of what you believed it would look like, what it is now, or what you project to see it as? So are there things that you have changed, just looking back from where you began?
Many. You know, one assumption, you always think that people, they want it as much as you want it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you are busy answering questions that people are not asking.
That's so true.
You think that because you hate poverty so much,
yes,
everybody wants to get out of poverty as much as you want them. Yet sometimes people are reluctant.
Yes.
So I then find out that you call, for example, for a meeting.
Yeah.
It's like they are doing you a favor to come.
Wow.
So if you are not passionate or if you don't have a vision for it, you quickly give up.
Yes.
Because it's like they are doing you a favor for coming. You want